In this section, we're going to see how to install what's called an XML sitemap using a plugin. Now, as usual, we go to the back end, we go to plugins, we go to add new. And this time do a search for something called an XML sitemap. Now this is the one I tend to use. It's just simply called Google XML Sitemaps. It's got over 2 million installations. It's gotten fantastic reviews from over 2,000 people. It was updated recently. In this case it says it hasn't been tested with the latest version, but as I'm speaking there's just been a new update in the last couple of days. So I'll go and click on install to install it. Then I'll activate it. And really that's it. If you want to, you can go to the settings here. So if you know what you're doing, you can go and sort of play around with all these settings here. But if you're not entirely sure what an XML sitemap does, then basically forget about it. You know, Google tells you to install one, you've just installed one, that's it. There is more information in my SEO course about XML sitemaps, but largely you've done it. You know, Google asks you to install an XML sitemap, so you've installed a plugin, you've set it up. There is actually a second step, which again I cover in my SEO course, and essentially it's signing up for the Google Search Console, which is free. If you've never heard of that, go and do a search now for Google Search Console within Google and you'll find the relevant information. Go and sign up for that, and within the Google Search Console you can essentially link the sitemap you just created with Google, and it just helps Google to find the correct sitemap and to use it. As I say, the whole reason for installing this particular plugin, the XML Sitemap plugin, is because Google tells you to install one. And if you're interested in SEO, when Google recommends you do something, you don't argue, you just do it. That way you end up with better SEO.